to FanTVnChill. Is it week 8 now? Yeah, week 9. Welcome to FanTVnChill week 9. It's been a difficult week. Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Sheffield United, Pepe. But before we get into it, you know, we always do our special thanks every now and again. So before we start, I want to start with a little thank you. I want to thank you to the bookies for giving Bilal the chance to cash out. Fam, I'm gonna offer you a chance to cash out for £95. Like you seen, like this is the deadest team we've ever fielded against you lot, and you still couldn't beat us. Fam, just cash out, £95, cash out. Cash out.
To me, the way you sounded like you're scared, fam.
No, I'm off. You're cash out.
Shall we add more money on top of that? How about that?
How about that?
Let me say something because you're getting brave. Right now, I'm going to do what the Gambling Commission do. I'm going to cap your spending limit, yeah?
To me, you should.
I'm going to cap your spending limit because no. Listen, I'm not shook.
Nah, you should.
I'm not shook.
You should.
The whole point of me talking to you was a cash out. You want to double after what you seen your team do there and what happened last season.
Why would you care about my money?
Yeah, I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't care.
That tells me you should.
So what's the offer then?
That tells me you should.
What's the offer? I'm waiting for the offer.
Obviously, I'm gassing in it, but like.
So you ain't got no offer then?
Bruv, don't hide.
If you're talking offer, I'm listening.
Because I'm just being genuine. I'm being honest. I made that offer anyway.
Yeah,
which is stands.
So what's the offer?
It's still strong.
Yeah.
And I'm not changing from that.
Okay, but you want to double it?
No, bruv.
Oh, okay.
Now
okay, we're good.
I think you're only chatting because you feel like I've not given you what you wanted to hear, and then you want to jump at
No.
I'm just being honest.
You say
I put my offer because I believe in it. Like, yeah, it's there, it's okay. It's strong.
Cool.
But 100% fam, you were shook. That offer
shook about what?
You wanted to get
shook
out
about what?
Fam, you were like, okay, I'm not too keen on
what. I want to cash out early with 95 quid.
Anyone want up this offer or what?
I want it.
You know when you left the car, yeah. How was man's like when you left my house here like on the day?
He was happy. He was happy.
Like
I know you're gonna flop.
He said he was happy.
Listen, this isn't like the Tottenham bet.
I told him my thoughts.
This isn't like the Tottenham bet.
Bam.
You're not gonna win the league. Listen, that's why I was offering you a cash out option. But cool, that's fine. That's fine.
It's not that deep.
That's fine.
The offer stands, fam.
That's fine.
The offer stands.
That's fine.
But
cool.
Bro, come on.
Anyway,
think about yourself, innit?
Anyway, so let's get up. Everybody knows about the bet. Everybody heard that. I offered him a cash out. He was going to save £5. Every penny helps in that. Tesco and that. But anyway, fam, it's okay. It's okay.
Fam, you have a vested interest in this. Okay. Okay, now I've only got a £5 to give him. That's how you're looking at this. This guy thinks he's gonna come and trick me.
What you want about? I wasn't trying to cash out. I was telling you to cash out and give me £95 because I know Liverpool are gonna flop. That's what I was saying. Jesus Christ!
Surely you should be rejoicing. If you know Liverpool are gonna flop, you wouldn't.
I'm saying I want my money now. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to wait time.
What does
just get my money?
Means? You get it.
Are you actually not listening? No, you're not listening.
Read the options, giving £95.
Oh my God!
Is that what you meant? Okay, I didn't.
Now this was a guy talking about horses and racing, like madness. Talking about the bookies a few weeks. Okay, cool. Let's just move on. Listen, don't talk about the bookies. But let's move on. Let's move on anyway. Anyway, let's get into it. Manchester United versus Liverpool, Old Trafford, big game. Liverpool needed to win to keep.
Should I not be the one to talk first anyway?
Listen,
so I don't know, get back to your corner.
Listen, kid.
Introduce.
I'm introducing.
Still stands in it.
I'm introducing.
Let's just respect the rules.
I respect the rules.
Get back to your corner.
I respect the rules. I'm just introducing.
Okay, because it's something that you want to talk too much.
Go on.
We still say like the top of the league and that speaks first, isn't it?
You do know when two teams playing, we're both literally talking at the same time. But
I still feel like I have that priority.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I'm not saying don't. Go for it.
Stick in a little corner from where you live right now. I don't even know. That's a genuine question.
Go for it.
13.
Go for it.
Fam, you're not even like mid-table, blood.
Chat.
You know what I mean? So your team is dead. We know that. Okay, Liverpool, Man U. Like I said, I'm not gonna go with that line anymore. But I think you know the drill. I need to stay, fam. Starts to chat every single fucking week because I don't think any of these mans are gonna be above us. That's just a fact. But cool. Right, Liverpool. This team. I said it even last time, even whenever I'm speaking off camera, like it's always the sort of game. Definitely, because it's at Old Trafford. It's always the sort of game that I wasn't really that confident going into, in the sense that it was the kind of game you feel like if we brave, depending on how we approach it, if the mindset is right, is the game that we should be winning. And the way, even given that whatever happened, I'm looking at it thinking 2 point dropped. Like, we went there looking at the starting lineup to begin with. Man was here laughing, thinking like, Rojo is starting. Like, I know Salah wasn't there, but I'm thinking, right, this is some dead defense. Like, and we should have a Liverpool team composed, no reckless, no making silly plays. Exactly how they perform. We should have gone there, been a little more braver. And this is where, like, even I know I've made a bet and going like, yeah, I'm backing my team to kind of hopefully win the league and stuff. It's like these are the sort of games that would have kind of shown intent to say like, okay, we're really about this business, and we're gonna go to Old Trafford. We've actually got the team to do it, so we should have gone there and rub it in their face. And I think because they have no quality.
Listen.
I'm sorry. Okay. I mean,
listen. When you say Old Trafford, put some respect on it, yeah. But carry on.
Based on what?
Carry on.
Put some respect based
carry on.
On finesse.
Chat.
Based on what? Tell me what. Tell me what.
Carry on.
Put some respect based on
carry
what?
on.
No, tell me why then.
Carry on.
If you're gonna say something, justify.
Carry on. Listen, I should need to just carry on.
Based on what?
Carry on.
Because it's called Old Trafford.
Carry on.
Because Fergie used to be there one time.
Carry on.
Come on, man. Don't talk trash.
Carry on.
You made me lose my rhythm. I don't even know what I was gonna say.
Carry on.
Yeah. So that game, it was like just frustrating all the way, man. Just frustrated all the way. I think we played into their tactics because it was too big a game for them to lose. Given the context, I think you remember like man like Mourinho lost his job after the Liverpool game, innit? That's how much obviously it was still like doing bad in the season, but that's how much of the rivalry is. I think certain results, certain teams, especially at home, it's a game that they couldn't really afford to lose too much. I think they can probably lose to City and not think too much about it. But if Liverpool went there and they like trashed them like 3-0 or something like that, yeah, Solskjaer like would have been in like huge amount of pressure. And we went there just from the go. Like I kept saying this. I was like, if Liverpool are just a bit more composed, control the ball. You look at their midfielder. They have no one in the middle. Like man told me he's okay. Like Fred, like I dare not say more. Like, and then who else was playing in the like, bruv, like come on, man. Like these are England international. I know Hendel. I have so much love for Hendel, even though, yeah, you can argue like he's a different kind of midfielder, but
then your captain gets substituted.
Bruv, let me just talk.
Okay,
Wijnaldum, big fan again. Like, but Fabinho, obviously, big fan. But I think like. These guys, for some reason, they were just lost. Like we had no midfielders in that game. It was almost like a transition is coming from defense to the forwards when they're playing free at the back, and we have like no target man. It made no sense, and they just looked shaky from the goal. Like United were up for it. They were up for it. They were on it. You can see that they were there, 50-50s. They were winning. They were pressing high. They had some sort of energy about them, but. A clever team, a more composed team would have taken this thing out of the game, and I think we slowed the tempo down. I don't think they would have been able to handle it, because I saw like a pattern of that happening in the second half, where even just a couple of builds up at the back, whatnot. Let them think about it. When you give them time to think, reshuffle, that's when you can create a bit more opening. So. But just frustrated all the way. Frustrated, regardless of the results. I'm just looking at it as 2-point drops. Key moments again, like first half, and games are all about key moments again. Like when we had that little counter, good play, Firmino, one-on-one with the, well, not one-on-one, like I think Mane cut the ball back. You're thinking more composition. No, he didn't put it Rosette. He hit it back straight at the keeper, remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? And that was like, there was no conviction in the shot. I think the thing about Firmino's brain, I think instinctively he's always, I think he's coming and thinking, I might have to play this. So but then when he went for the shot, he didn't really look like scoring. And and then a couple of minutes after that, obviously they go on and get their lucky break and then go on to score. Like, on that subject as well, like personally for me, I'm not too bothered about all decisions. Did that decision go against us? My initial reaction was like, what the fuck, Origi, what are you doing, like, on the ball? Like, are you been training with Lukaku or something? Like, fucking hell. Like, that's your job. You're a professional baller. Like,
to be fair, they are both Belgian. At one point, we had to train.
Honestly, like, when, like, that's your job, like, controlling the ball, like, that's, like, eye closed. You know what I mean? From youth to now to adulthood.
What's your thoughts on the VAR?
The decision. That's what I say, my initial, because it's a soft foul, innit?
Listen, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't think it's a goal.
Yeah.
I don't think
Fine. Yeah, that's.
I don't think it should be a goal.
Like, maybe
But the only problem is, I don't think it's a goal, but the only problem is what you said, Bliss, on the watch along. Like, it's stupid how far back we have to, it's how far back we have to go.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I was watching this thing where it said the reason why they went back to that is because that's when Man United's attack began. So they judge it from when the attack begins. So the attack began when, obviously, whoever was clipped his
Origi got clipped by the centre back.
and then that's when they count and that's when they score. So the attack began from that.
Yeah.
From that.
It shouldn't have even been a decision to go to VAR because the ref was there, like, could to see the foul. Like, and he hasn't given it.
The only thing I would say is, obviously, again, I'm not just justifying the foul or whatever, but obviously, when Origi gets tapped on his left leg, man's holding his right leg with his left leg.
I saw that online. I was like, what kind of stupidness, you know what I mean? But because I think with him as well, like, there was a bit of a dive because he knew, like, I fucked up here, I've lost the ball. Shit touch. That's what I was more angry. My reaction all along, I wasn't even thinking about, like, United have gone on to counter, because I'm thinking that ball gets trapped. You're bigger than the man behind you. Stand there, keep the ball. Why are you running? You've got man behind you. You've got space here. You're choking yourself. You've got midfielders in there. Okay, I'm gonna turn that way. Stupid. Yeah. I'm not a professional baller, but I'm sorry. I probably would have done better there. Like, but we move on from that. Obviously, VAR is probably not something that we should mention in this thing again because we will always just, like, even themselves, they don't know what they're doing. Like, what's the phrase that they use? It's not open to kind of bullshit. Like, I don't even know. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's like, if your job is like, right, okay, real life, we get it. Sometimes it's difficult. Okay, now they give you a screen, they say, you have an option to rewind and slow it down and give us a verdict. Fucking hell, like, come on, man, it can't be that hard to see a foul and just say to the ref, okay, I think it's a foul. Help the brother a little bit. Unless the guy was a United supporter, that's the only way I can see that happening. Okay, that goes on their score.
A joke to them saying, back in wherever it is when it was free, like that. That's probably had a good to hold website.
Imagine. Probably that's what happened. You know? And then even worse than that.
No, it's cool.
Even worse than that. We go
come up with your excuses for losing the league. We come up with them early. Yeah.
No one has said anything about
next man.
No one has said anything about losing the league. I'm just underlying. If I complain about VAR, I've said it, for me, I saw it as a goal. Fair enough. And then we move on. We listen to what I'm saying, innit? Like, and then we go on, and then, like, this is again. It's not just the Liverpool game. It's like, what is going on with these changes of rules, whatnot? It happened in the first mad one was United last season against PSG. That decision from there just shaped everything about fucking handballs. Like, I'm sick of this shit.
Did you think that Man had got to be given?
I'm sick of this shit because it's not consistent. That's the frustrating part. Yeah? Because
do you think it should be given though?
based
I don't personally think it should be given either.
Okay.
I think both
Yeah.
should be.
I don't think it should be given because like I get it. Like, if ball touches your hand is humble, but there should be a spectrum in it.
He's saying obviously because his hand went like here, it was like here.
What can you do though? Yeah. What can you do when it's accidental and then you control the ball? The hand is there.
Handball is handball.
Okay, let me just. You will give you a chance in it. I know I'm probably gone in for way too long than so far. The ball is there, fam. Like, your hand. What can you do with it? And it's speed, isn't it? Surely you give someone the benefit of the doubt. It's not intentional.
But the thing is, this is the grey area on VAR. I don't know you don't want to talk about VAR, but listen, if the same thing happens and Lindelof's hand's there, it kicks his hand, it's not a penalty because it's not.
It's not what?
It's not. Say like the ball flies over and then Lindelof gets in front of the man and the ball comes down and hits Lindelof's hand here. It's not a penalty.
Next, let's not even talk about it.
Because I think there's a wording for it. I can't remember what it is. But
so they favour the defender at all costs, right? Regardless. But I've seen enough action this season and like towards the later end of the season where Tottenham had a lucky break or something like. What is gone in Tottenham's favour bare time? Yeah, it's like, what is handball? Just define it. And to me, it makes.
It's 2 seconds. Then the Tottenham's equalised against Man City.
Say Jesus.
Huh?
No, to be fair, Jesus' one wasn't given. Last season, shoulder and then doing.
Yeah, but they got given though.
And just define it, because to me, I think it just simplifies things. If you say like, if you're using your own body weight and your silhouette, if your hands are there, or basically you might as well say to me, if I've got my hand here, and then the ball touches me, it is handball. Based on what they kind of showing, isn't it? Which makes it's bonkers. It makes no sense. I think they have a lot to answer for this season, man. They're just making people like heart rate go up for no reason, and it's killing the game. It's bullshit. They've invested so much money, and I'm just not a fan of the minute. And but moving on. So obviously, second half. Once again, what I was saying about Liverpool slowing their tempo, because that was the sort of game. Because United, the athletes. Obviously, the professional bowlers, they have to be athletes, yeah? But there's no quality there. So if you're going to go with, let's just go about energy, they would have had energy because they've been prepping this game and they've got the fun on their side. And whenever you give them the chance to come in, that gives them more of a buzz, more of an adrenaline. The first kind of 15-10 minutes, Liverpool took this thing out of the game and you could see, like, they're just like, okay, let's just probe. That's what I kept saying.
They were saying they couldn't handle the change because you guys changed your formation, it confused them, which then gives space for your wing backs to get forward, which didn't happen in the first half.
Yeah, so like, you know, we even then we weren't great in the second half. It was a shit performance throughout, and luckily, because I don't think we deserved to lose either. I think we didn't create chances, but they didn't threaten us too much. Even though they had a bit more hype and energy, we had one good chance that I can recall, that Firmino chance. And that's about it, really. It was a bit of just shocking performance, one to forget. But like they say, if you don't lose, if you know those games, just don't lose, innit? And it goes to show, like, still, regardless of what happened, Liverpool are still a superior team because we've gone to Old Trafford. This is Old Trafford, and we're disappointed to get a draw out of it. And it's just showing the difference between the difference in class.
So do you think Man United play better than you?
Difficult one to say. I would say, was it a fair result? 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Did they have more quality than us? 100% not. But what they did very well, I think tactically they got their spot on. Yeah. In terms of centre backs and full backs.
First half,
And that really energy and the bravery and the effort. I think they had more heart than us. That's what I can say. And then that's what got them over the line.
Because they turned it, because basically, so it's simple analogy of this game was like, say, like, for instance, if the game's on finesse and skill, you beat them. But they may not, to me personally, they turned it into like a scrap. And when they turned it into a scrap, then obviously it changes the dynamics of the game.
It's not so much about the quality. And we didn't really have that fight, and which is a bit surprising. But then I think team selection, I don't know how thick like the Ox is, because personally for me, and he goes to show the depth of the squad, isn't it? So Liverpool, Salah drops, we put Origi there. He's a super sub. We know that when he comes in, he does his bits. But for me, more quality. I'm so glad. I'm so happy. Like Keita just needs to stay fit, man. Because I don't know how much you guys have seen the guy play
in Salzburg.
Yeah, but I know that he will be the one midfielder who has the audacity to keep the ball in tight spaces and move it. And I don't know if you saw glimpses when he came on, but it wasn't on for too long. And the Ox as well when he came on, we were just a bit more better, not greatly, but I've spoken too much in it. I think draw, fair results. Liverpool allowed this to happen, but we didn't lose. Thank fuck for that, because this brother here would have just been talking too much if they were, because they no. So let me just finish. Let me land. You know what's mad? Yeah. If you guys won, like, cause you're not a realistic guy in it. So like, you see, bro, I'm giving. This is me being genuine in it. I'm talking about the game. I'm not being odd because my team. I've done.
I'm still waiting for you to land.
I've done that mistake in the past where, okay, fine. I'm saying, yeah, my team is better, whatnot, yeah. But looking at the game, I'm not going and say, because, yeah, Liverpool, If you won, regardless of what the performance was, you would have come here and be hyping bare fuck. That's obvious.
Yeah, but can you deny him that? It should, listen, like you said, they're like 30th in the league. Yeah. They're the worst team. Can you deny him not to be hyped regardless of the performance?
I think that it wouldn't be based on the actual game. It would be just be chatting shit in terms of the league. You would have gone on off tangent. I personally feel like you would be chatting bare shit.
Well, like you
anyway, cool, bruv. Fine,
cool.
Have your piece.
Let's get to it. Get to it. All right, cool. United, Old Trafford, and that, of course. Listen, let me just start by making this clear. Liverpool were dead on Sunday. They were dead. Listen, this is the weakest team we've fielded in a long time. And this shit team, this Liverpool squad, were meant to be talented, Champions League winners, only missing one of their first starting 11, could not break us down. You know what? I'm confident I'm going to win my £100 because they're dead. They're dead. Once Man City get going, Man City have got two world-class squads. All right, maybe one world-class squad and then one next world-class squad. But as soon as they get going, trust me, that's 2 world-class, isn't it? Yeah. Right. As soon as they get going, yeah, Liverpool are gonna start sweating. Listen, all I'm saying is, I'm being realistic when I say this, yeah. Liverpool should have come to Old Trafford, they should have controlled the game, they should have passed the ball around, and they should have probably finished this first half, if I'm being honest. They should have won 2-0, game over. Because the way we've been moving, we didn't have Martial, we didn't have Pogba, and we have been scoring goals. And we just been trying to defend, if anything, to be honest. They should have finished this, but they flopped. Yes, they got a point. Yes, you can say that's what champions do. They get a point when they need it. But listen, all I can say, in all honesty, when you have Man City hunting you down in this league, yeah, and Man United are their weakest, I don't care if it's at Old Trafford, we are at our weakest. You come there and you take full advantage of that, but they didn't. But anyway, let's get back to, forget Liverpool for a moment, let's get back to us. First 15 minutes, although the tempo and the rhythm and the energy was fantastic, we started well. I think when Ollie sent us out early, I think he got them. The good thing about Ollie is he's played in Derby, so he knows what he means. So I think he set the players up right and ready to go into the game and to challenge and to obviously make it physical for Liverpool. Liverpool, I don't know what they were doing. I do not know what they were doing. Because the first sign of trouble with Liverpool was when Flaminio blasted the ball over the bar from about 3. He didn't even hit the target. But anyway. Rose again, yeah. But that's just showing signs of Liverpool's weakness. But hey ho. But moving on. Say first 50 minutes, we were strong, we were dominating. Then I think after that, slowly 20 minutes, Liverpool got the ball. They started passing it around and they started to become a bit more comfortable. I wouldn't say they were doing a lot with the ball, but they were a lot more comfortable and they were keeping the ball more comfortable than us would be expected. Because they've got, at the moment, with the way they're playing and the team they have a stronger team. So they should be dominating a bit more of the possession, and obviously first half, again, from the first half game, what I can take from it, it was a good performance because we were fighting. We actually were showing we wanted to win the game. And even though we don't have as much class as past United teams, the desire was there. And carrying on the season, if that desire sticks there, I do not see why we can't get ourselves back at the top half of the table if we stick with the same kind of desire and determination. Yes, we need creativity and goals at the same time. Right, the first goal, the lead up to the first goal. First with the Origi foul. When I've first seen it, I thought it was a foul. When I've seen it in fast play, I thought it was a foul. But then when you see it in slow motion, it does seem like he goes over quite easy, and it doesn't seem like there is much in it. To me, it's debatable. One day, one referee could have pulled it up and said it's a foul. Another day, which did happen, referee says it's too soft and play on. That's just human judgment. It could have gone down to that. And even we talk about VAR, but the thing about VAR is, it's the same thing. It's still down to human judgment, unless it's like a clear handball or whatever. But anyway,
when it comes to a goal, the guy in the VAR, all his job is to do. So his job is this. So sometimes he watches it. His job is to say to the ref, "Oh, do you want to check that?" He don't say to the referee, "Do you want to check the foul?" Or "Do you want to check the kick?" He just says, "Do you want to check that?" And the referee can then say to himself, "No, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with my original decision." That's what he said. He said, "I'm cool with my original decision." So that's why it carried on.
Okay, and then obviously,
go back to it. Why made them go back to it then? If you said he carried it,
no, because you
got right there and then. Okay.
So when the goal scored, the referees then they're checking it. So then the VAR guy checking it. So he's checked it and he's like, maybe you want to check it out. And then the referee is obviously because the VAR guy is not going to tell the referee what to do. The VAR guy is not going to make a decision. All he can say to the referee is, "Do you want to check that again?" And the referee then he can say, "No, I'm happy. I've already seen it. It wasn't a foul. I'm cool."
Fair.
Okay, cool. So obviously from that we went on. Great cross from Danny James and got the 1-1. Cool. Got the 1-1. He got the 1-1. Got the 1-1 equaliser. Obviously, even when we scored, I didn't celebrate. I was still waiting for VAR to come up somewhere. I was still waiting for VAR to come up somewhere and say it was offside. But you know what? We got the first goal. Great finish. Great cross from James. Great finish from Rashford. And then we move on to the second half. Liverpool come out. Again, they get into the rhythm.
What about you? What about the Mane goal?
The Mane goal. Yeah. Was that the handball? Was that first half? Yeah, oh, cool. The Mane goal. The Mane goal again is a bit of a funny one. With in a time where we didn't have VAR, that would have been more or less. I think that would have been a goal if we didn't have VAR. Is it a goal? Is it a handball? It's hard. It's hard to decide. Me personally, I can't say that it was handball because I think man is running, his arms are swinging besides him because, you know, when you run, you're not running like a stick, you're not static, you're kind of running and your arms are moving. So obviously his arms are moving and he's just going to control the ball and then there wasn't any intent to handball it. So was I glad it wasn't a goal? Fuck yes, I was glad it wasn't a goal.
That's I'm not interfering. You know what you're saying about the situation always favouring the defender? We saw it the last kick of the game, right? I think now it makes perfect sense. But that, even though that's still a bit mad because favour the defender who you like, but if someone moves towards the ball and they makes themselves big and you don't give it a handball, that's shit. You remember Fred? Cross byline, man goes, hits him, they look at it and then they say no foul. It's like, anyway, bruv.
But yeah, so probably Mane. But and even on the Mane situation, from our perspective, the defending was just shit. The defending was, first of all, I think, was it Lindelof or defended it? Got the, when Mane, yeah. First of all, Lindelof has let Mane run off him and Mane was goal side and he's got him behind him. So it was just, the whole thing should not have happened. That's what we're trying to improve on and stop that happening. That whole situation shouldn't have happened in the first place. But then obviously Liverpool go and score from there. They should have had a goal. That should be 1-1. And if Liverpool go in half time 1-1, potentially they could come out second half and win the game. But anyway, second half they came out and they were dominating the game. They were starting to press us. The thing about us, we started off energetic, I would say the first 10 minutes or so of the first half, and then we just started sitting back and inviting pressure from Liverpool, which obviously just made, there was more chance of them equalising. I just feel Liverpool's equaliser could have been stopped. Why could it have been stopped? Because we know what Robertson would do and we know what Trent Alexander would do. I just feel as if Bissaka should have got out. It shouldn't even be a question. He should have already been on, instead of being tight and narrow defending, he should have already literally been a few yards away from Robertson. They've both got they've both got quality delivery into the box, and even if it's not delivery, they can pass it and create a chance themselves, and they can both finish. So when we're trying to defend that last minute, somebody should have already been on him, doing everything they can just to stop that cross going in. And then the cross goes across the goal, which I feel really should have been defended in the first place, and then Liverpool equalised from nothing. Did Liverpool deserve an equaliser? They had possession. Whether they deserved an equaliser is another thing. Because just because you have possession doesn't mean you deserve an equaliser.
Can I just ask
No. I'm talking.
Very 2 second question, because it's on the subject, right? Did they deserve the results? They had possession, right? Leicester had one chance. Did they deserve to draw? One question. Answer that.
Anyway, we're talking about this game.
No. We're talking about this game.
You're talking about the Leicester. If you want to talk, are you talking about this game?
My question is about this game.
So how many chances do we have in this game? And how many chances did you have?
Don't look at the Leicester.
Okay, sorry. Go again. What's your question?
You quotes, right? Did they deserve to get a draw?
Who? Man United or Liverpool?
Did Liverpool deserve to get a draw in this game?
Am I still talking?
Did you wanted me to answer the question, or you want me to?
I didn't. I was talking, and then you started coming on.
You made it seem as if you
I was talking, and then you came one question.
Yeah, you made it because the way you answered it, you made it seem as if you didn't think they deserved the point.
Are they finished?
You haven't though.
I haven't finished. I was still talking.
Are you gonna answer my question, or are you dismissing it?
Go on, ask your question.
You want me to answer it?
Ask it.
Okay. Quote, you say, did Liverpool deserve to get a draw from your game?
Yeah.
We're talking about
Liverpool game.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're talking about Leicester.
You say okay, they had possession, but did they deserve to win it? I don't really think so. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
But same man, if we we go last week.
No, don't bring any other games in, because
I've
done that to you before, and you'll be like, no. We're talking about this game.
Then you're stupid. Then
you're right. It is stupid. Because you've done that before. I've referenced another game.
Let's never be human beings again.
It's mad.
It's mad.
This goes back to the Arsenal game. We're talking about the Arsenal game, and I referred to Crystal Palace, Man United, and you were like, don't refer to that game. Let's just concentrate on this game.
You're an adult, isn't it? Come on, life is not that simple.
That's what you said. That's what you said.
This is on the camera. Let's not.
That's what you said. You're right on the camera.
Even arguing? Because you say, you asked me.
But anyway, let me get back. Let me get back to my talking.
What's
get back to my talking. So
what's the point?
Do I think Liverpool?
What's the point?
Good enough for a point?
It's an interaction as much as yes, we are allowed to say our piece. But
and you're talking too much.
No.
When I try talking, and you shut me off.
I don't give a shit.
And you shut me off.
I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, now you're talking.
Because this is
madness.
This is madness. This is
it's not.
We don't come here.
No, it's not.
Come here and you say, okay,
no, it's
put
not.
camera on one man, speak your piece.
What do you do? What do you do when you were talking about Liverpool and I was sitting down there shutting up, because you wanted to talk about yours?
I'm not.
Now when I'm talking about mine, you're up talking.
Because I
come in a few times.
Thank you. Yeah, you did. But when I was coming in, you didn't want to hear shit.
Why?
Now you want to come to mine.
Why though? Because I'm asking a question that's relevant and I'm not disturbing.
I was asking a question.
Was that disturbing?
I was asking a question.
No, you won't do. Was that disturbing?
I was asking a question.
I'm asking you a question just to make you reflect on what you said.
question.
No,
But let me finish. Let me finish my piece.
You say okay. we're not allowed to interfere. Well,
I'll tell you what.
If it's relevant,
and then you can ask.
No, if it's relevant, you have. But I wasn't disturbing your flow. Literally, 2 second question. Because you've made this argument. You've made it into an argument, fam.
You have.
Take your responsibility. I spoke for less than a minute, fam. Less than 1 minute, just to make you reflect on what you just said. And I sat down and quiet. No. You were already about to dismiss it. No, you were about to dismiss it without reflecting and thinking about what man I just said. Because that's shit. Because we're not here to come and say, put camera on my face, let me speak.
Is that not what we did when you were there? I was asking you still.
How many times when he interfered and we're having a conversation as much as anything. If he's talking trash, then I'm gonna be like, I don't want to hear about it.
It's trash to you. No, it's not trash to me. I'm making a point, but why you don't want to hear it? Why?
He spoke enough times, and he interfered, and then he asked me questions that are relevant, and then I answered it. And my question was that relevant, 100%. Can we not talk about the past? Fine. This is this season. Is last week's event. Is a statement that you make now, which is contradictory to a statement that you made last week, and I'm only pulling you on it. And I just want you to give me an answer for that. And come on, bro, no. Let's have a bit of direction in it, okay?
I'm going to finish talking.
We're having a debate.
So I can make my point.
No. We're having a debate.
No,
I don't give a shit. I'm not even going
to. Now you're taking up 5 minutes of my time.
I don't give a shit because you've made it into an argument, innit? When the intention wasn't meant to be. A whole point of a debate, if I'm off tangent and I'm talking shit, you have every single fucking right to tell me, shut up, don't speak. But if I make a valid point that's on subject and I give you time to talk, fam, at least reflect on it before even talking trash. Answer the fucking question, don't deflect. Because that's bullshit. That defies the whole point of this, We're not robots. We're not coming in and be like, right, okay, I'm just going to say my piece. I'm down. Okay, next man. No, I will, till I finish my points here. Then you get it. Moving forward, because it makes it
boring. So now we're going on one-man camera show,
fair, I'll take the attention from, I don't mind that. Like, you come here and then you be like, okay, let me just speak my feet. But wow, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. We all adults here. We can take arguments and we can counter argument each other when needed and when it's relevant.
When I do that, just remember,
No, because you
just remember when I do that.
But this wasn't even. We didn't even have to get it.
No, I'm telling you, when I do it,
I asked you the permission.
Just remember.
I asked you the permission. Then I said 2 pieces, and I sat down.
He asked the question.
Then what did you say? Why are you interrupting me? What did you say? Thank you. Why am I here? We won't get to here because I asked you the permission. I wasn't interfering. I asked it in a really calm way, and then I'm like, okay, fam, can I say something? I said it, and then I sat down. You didn't even listen to what I said. You had no intention to answer that question, and straight away, your straight reaction is a bit of a defensive mechanism where you want to go, oh, how come man says that? Bruv, we're human beings. Life is not that simple.
Next week, when you make points about your game and I ask you a question, I don't want to hear bullshit about let me finish this and this. I'm interacting.
If it's relevant,
it's going to be about the game.
If it's relevant, if it's not trash,
what do you mean if it's not trash? It's about the game.
Yeah, but it has to make sense.
It has to make sense.
It has to be relevant to what he's talking about at that point.
What do you mean it has to be? If it's about the game and we're talking about the game and that's what we're talking about, why can I not ask you it?
Yeah, but you don't want to go off. Say look, he's talking about possession and you suddenly talk about shots. It has to be relevant.
It's relevant to the game.
No, it's the wrong timing.
Yeah, the wrong timing.
It's the wrong timing.
So then I should shut up and wait till you finish then to ask you about that.
Of course.
Yes. Then let me finish.
Because if you're talking about one dish,
if you're talking about the game, I should be able to mention something about the game.
If I'm talking about the first half here, why are you telling me about something that happened in the 18th minute?
I'm not telling you about something about.
That's exactly your question.
It's not.
That's what we get to
know.
Not.
If you're saying to me Liverpool had bare possession, and then I say to you in the first half, and then I say to you, hang on a minute, we had more shots, we were more creative, we should have dominated our first half. That's relatable to the first half.
If you put it that way, that makes sense. That's what we say, fam. we say it.
Exactly.
Relevance and context.
Yeah, but what
relevance
you were saying,
no,
it's like you're saying,
relevance
if you're only talking about possession, maybe
that's the problem.
That's relevant to it.
Relevance and context means do those two things match?
Can I finish?
Does he make a case?
Can I finish?
That's what he means, fam.
Can I finish now? Can I finish now?
You're allowed to interfere.
You man were there.
Everybody's allowed to interfere.
You man are there.
You see what this will be the sort of thing that will be like.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Because it's trash. It's
Can I finish?
You know, and if it's trash,
I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it.
Let him finish. And you can ask the question again. When he finishes,
I want to talk about United.
When he finishes, you can ask the question. Ask the question again.
There's no points.
Did Liverpool deserve a point from the game? No. Liverpool got some goal from poor defending. Cool, perfect. But you know, it was a chance they created. Should we have been more secure? Yeah, we should have been more secure, and we should have seen out that game, and we should have won it 1-0. Did they deserve a point? Me, I don't think they deserve a point. No, but we should have seen out the game. But on a positive note, there was a lot of positive going forward. Martial was back. Obviously, Pogba will be back soon. Daniel James played fairly well. Defending wise, considering we were playing Liverpool and they've got a strong attacking force, we dealt with it pretty well. That's, to me, that's not the team that's going to go and win the Premier League this season. They're just. But anyway, it's a long season to go. I'm talking. It's a long season to go, but hopefully we'll find ourselves back into the top 6 somehow.
Cool.
Okay.
Ask the question again. Because now you summarised it. When you could have asked the question when you answered it.
Ask the question. I do that all the time when you're talking, and then you're like, "Stop, let me finish. I'm talking." It is relevant.
No.
It is relevant. It's not just me saying Liverpool are shit. It's not just me saying that's this and this. I'm asking questions when you're talking, and you always say, "Let me talk."
Damien, how many times did you ask me questions?
I usually
I do it every week.
I ask the questions when he's talking about something that because like when he was getting towards the end of the first half, I said, "Oh, okay, the Mane thing," because that happened. He was going to talk about second half. I had to get the Mane question in because it happened before. It didn't happen in the second. It happened in the first. So that's why I asked that question.
It's Arsenal.
It's 2 minutes.
It's Arsenal.
But you've already got a defense. Maybe we should discuss this off camera because this will just drag it. Let me just ask my simple question again. Let's go back. I want to hear a true opinion. Okay. The question is, did Liverpool deserve a draw? Right.
I just answered the fucking question. Did you not hear me?
Let him ask you the question, man.
Don't relate it back to other games. It's about this game.
So what's the point?
It's about this game. There isn't a point. There isn't a point because you have done that to me bare times.
What's the point of having debates?
Then don't. Just let him talk about Arsenal and Sheffield.
Then this show becomes trash.
You're killing it. Let him talk about Arsenal and Sheffield.
Because you're killing it.
You know what?
So why do you have the right to bring that up now, yeah? When we were talking about Arsenal, that time Arsenal and you lot played, and I brought up the Crystal Palace example. And then you shut it down.
Go back on my thing, yeah?
You shut it down. You shut it down.
Well, the thing is, I'm man enough to admit when I make a mistake. I said it. Go back and go, yeah? I said what? I've made the mistake of comparing games in the past. Yeah? But as conversation flows, yeah, it makes no sense if, as I'm just relating things and I'm asking a simple question and all you have to do
ask your question.
Now you're disturbing my flow again because I'm just you kind of cutting me because I'm making a suggestion which not just improves the quality of this. Because as much as it is about our own analysis of games, etc., yeah, there's little interaction here and there, and even you watch even a journalist or a panel, people speaking, a group of people. When there's someone has to ask a quick question. It's about can I answer that person a question as opposed to already having a barrier. It's like
all right,
your justification of your justification of not answering my question. No, fam, let me speak. Okay. Your justification of not answering. I don't give a shit, fam. Okay. Your justification because what I'm speaking makes sense and is relevant. Okay. And you rewind it and I'll repeat the same shit because I'm not talking bullshit. Okay. Yeah. So your justification of not answering my question is. Oh, you spoke last time and you said like that. Fam. Yeah, fine. Tell me that, okay, that was an error. I will take it. I'll say, fam, fair. I will change. I will accept it. Yeah. But for the quality of this show, it's as much as we have debate and interaction, right? Like I repeat, I'm probably not gonna go too much. Let's maybe have this off camera. The same question applies. Just give me like a 2-minute answer, then I'll say 30-second question. You quote. Your question is, did Liverpool earn the draw? And you say, well, they had possession, but I don't think they earned the draw. Whatnot. Fine, yeah. And then I'll pull it back. Yeah, we go to the past. Last 2 weeks ago, actually, to be specific. Yeah, the game against Leicester. You sat here hyping, going, oh, did Leicester deserve the draw? You say yes, because even though Liverpool had most of the possession, they stayed in the game and they created a chance, and therefore they've earned the right to draw that game. Even though I said we deserve to win that game regardless of So how does that change? How does that change your view, like on saying one side here, one side there? That was my simple question.
Okay, now to answer you, if you watch Fan TV on YouTube, you'll see my answer. Yeah, cool. Go on, Damien. It's your Arsenal Sheffield United.
What do you mean? Wait, what?
I just if you watch it, you'll notice I did my summary and I gave you my answer. And I ain't got nothing else to say.
Now.
But go on. It's you, Arsenal Sheffield.
Yeah, but then there's no.
I ain't got nothing to say. I made the comment. I made the comment.
You know what? When you do the editing, make sure you edit your answer into after the questions, and then we can then see it. Yeah.
You seen the answer?
Yeah,
seen the answer.
But
I didn't think. I answered the question already, and I don't even know what you're asking me. I said I didn't think Liverpool deserved the draw. Yeah, I said that. You heard me say that. So why are you then asking me this question? I've already told you my answer. That's what I thought.
The question is more not so much about what you said. It's more about why does that change? That's more the question, isn't it? Why does that change?
That's irrelevant. It's got nothing to do with this. It's a different game. It's got nothing to do with it.
Maybe
if you want it,
I think we should just.
Yeah, you're right. We should.
Talk about it again.
So you summarised it already.
Yeah. I'm done.
So the last game the last game of the week was Arsenal, Sheffield United versus Arsenal at Bramall Lane. So I watched the game. I'll come into the game obviously expecting Arsenal to obviously no game in the Premier League is a given, but obviously being that Sheffield United are newly promoted, I expected obviously a team of our calibre, I expected to have a certain kind of a level. So obviously due to the international break and certain men that were injured or not fit and didn't play for the international teams, I figured I thought our lineup was going to be different. When I say I thought our lineup was going to be different, I thought that Tierney was going to start at left back. Not only did I think he was going to be a left back because he was fit, I thought he was going to be a left back because Konate's come late back from international duty. So I thought he'd play. He didn't play, and also I thought Holden was going to come in. There's the fact that Socrates and David Luiz have been making a few mistakes in certain games, so I expected a change. Certain players on the team don't seem to be getting changed due to play. It's annoying me a little bit. Obviously, Bellerin, he's supposed to be back, but he wasn't in the squad. But I'll give Callum Chambers a blind because Callum Chambers has actually been playing well. So obviously, I'm not expecting him to get changed. Like I said, I'm very consistent in what I'm saying. I don't expect him to get changed because he's not playing poorly. So, cool. So, we go into the game now. Obviously, we know what to expect from Sheffield United. We know what kind of side they are. I've seen them. We reviewed the game against Liverpool. Or I reviewed the game. I didn't review it, but I watched the game when they played against Chelsea, so I know what to expect.
And Everton as well. They had a solid performance. I think they beat Everton. Can't remember.
So I expect, obviously, I know what to expect from them. Obviously, expecting old school kind of play, long ball kind of play. A kind of a Stokey, but they do have other players that can perform. But that kind of like a Stokey kind of play, obviously. A cold night, Monday night in Sheffield. So obviously, from what I was watching, we started the game poorly. They were having a lot of play, and it felt like, to me, it felt like. I don't want to diss them because they beat us, but it felt like there was a championship side. We felt like we were playing at championship level. We didn't play. There was no patterns of play. There wasn't no passing. There wasn't no movement. They were just running the show. And I feel like that's what happens a lot. Is why we have such a bad poor away form, is that we allow the home team, regardless of who they are, to run the show.
Is this similar kind of to what we were saying about the Liverpool game, where we've it's the energy and that kind of style of play as opposed to let's get the ball down and play and then just control it.
Exactly that. And obviously we didn't show no verve. We weren't making chances. We weren't creating anything, which goes back to similar to what Man United have, where our creativity has gone. Ozil, listen, I don't expect Ozil to start for us, but he wasn't even on the bench. But I'm thinking, other than Ozil, who else is creative that can play? Because I was talking to one of my Arsenal friends, and I was saying, how Xhaka he plays in centre mid with Guendouzi, DM with Guendouzi. But I'm thinking myself, will it play so? And I think myself, who's going to create for us? Xhaka's not a DM. Xhaka's not creative, so he's not going to create. Guendouzi is a box to box, and he'll give you hard work and stuff. But again, he's not a creator. Willock, he's young. Again, regardless if he's young or not, he's not a creator. So Ceballos, to me, he's the only other person I can see that will probably be playing in the midfield that could be a creator. He's on the bench. Cool. And it goes back to what I've been saying. I'll say bare times, several times. Obviously, when you got Aubameyang and then man on top, but it gets to the point where now we rely on Aubameyang, and like I said, when he's fit, but we're relying on Aubameyang to get us out of game. Like, this isn't the first time we've been playing rubbish. And the thing is, I don't just say the words, oh yeah, when you got Aubameyang and like I said, so I don't say it as a joke. It's a joke thing, but I don't say it as a joke thing in that sense. I say it because them man get us out of trouble. Like, they get us out of trouble. We play shit football, but them man score a goal, so it's cool. It's calm. It's cool. It's calm. Same way, like I said to you the other week when we played against you, Man United. I said we played shit, but obviously Aubameyang got the goal, so it's cool. It papers over the cracks. Yeah. Anyway, so they got their goal. Their goal come from a corner, which was playing into the box. It was like headed down into the box. It was headed down like into our penalty area, and the guy just scooped it in and went in. That shouldn't happen. Like, not only.
It's a scruffy goal. You're in the right place, the right time.
Anyway, let me finish in it. So. Like he's got the ball. If the ball's getting headed down into your own box, someone should be clearing that. It shouldn't happen in that sense. But and even in the second half, we didn't show anything. Like, obviously, we didn't show anything. And again, it goes back to what we were saying. I don't feel as if we did enough to get a point. So for me, the 1-0 win was credit to them. We didn't do enough to get a point. We didn't do enough to win the game, obviously. So. We just played rubbish. We played rubbish. I don't know if it was because it's national break or whatever. I'm not too sure. But we're not playing good football, especially away from home. We're not playing good football.
Do you reckon that result has been coming? Because I think there was an Aston Villa performance.
Aston Villa
last week.
You got to remember, obviously, there's two key things in them two games. Two key things were at home, and secondly, what I even said it. When I did the Aston Villa review, where we were lucky that we were playing against Aston Villa. I know Sheffield United are on the power with Aston Villa, but we were playing against Aston Villa and we were at home and we were down to 10 men. So it was lucky. If we were playing against someone else, I can't really see us coming back and winning that game. Obviously the Bournemouth game again, we didn't play well. Bournemouth game, like you said, we scored the goal and we were able to hold out. Again, we was at home, we was able to hold out. But this, to be fair, to answer your question, yeah, I think it was a result coming. This is only our defeat. This is only our second defeat of the season. First one against you, man. Second defeat of the season, but
does that mean there's more to worry about then in that?
The thing is, like I said, I can't remember what week I said it. I said it 1 week. I'm not really judging my team like that. Like, I can't judge my team. The reason why I say that is because until we get our defenders back, then I can really judge us. Because right now, our side's disjointed. Like, it's disjointed. Like, he's playing. If I'm being honest, he's playing Xhaka, DM with Guendouzi, when he really should be playing Torreira, because Torreira's a DM. He should be playing Torreira, but obviously he's not going to play Torreira now, because Guendouzi is actually playing well, and Xhaka's captain, so he's not going to play Torreira.
So Torreira is fit, but he still just doesn't play on the
He should be starting for me. Obviously, then he plays Willock, but for me, we should be playing either Ozil or Ceballos because they're creative. They have that spark. They're going to be able to create something. But Willock is not going to do that for us.
Do you buy Pepe to create?
Buy Pepe to what do you mean you buy Pepe? Did you buy Daniel James to create?
No, it was a question. I was
That's answering the question.
Yeah, we bought Daniel James to create.
You bought Daniel James to create. Unless you're playing Daniel James.
Daniel James is an attacking winger.
Yeah, we
get
play
down the wing, put the ball into the box, and create chances.
We didn't buy Pepe. You know we didn't buy Pepe. That's a stupid question. You know we didn't buy Pepe for that. We bought Pepe to be in our front three, to be alongside.
Yeah, but that's like me. Actually, no, go on. I'll let you finish. Go on.
No, go on.
No, that's like me saying this Liverpool and expecting Mo or Mane to create a chance.
They're different kind of players.
Are you looking at it more as now goal scorer? Is that what you're thinking then?
Let's be
But then are you saying that his sole purpose is just there to be getting goals for the team?
Obviously, he's a wing forward, so obviously he's gonna. I've not seen enough from him to tell me. I know he got better assists for Lille, but that's for Lille. He hasn't shown me anything to say he's gonna get better assists. He hasn't shown me anything. I don't personally think we brought him.
But
because let's be honest. Even when we brought him, we're saying the same thing. Oh yeah, he's gonna be our front three. But we don't have like our front three is not like Liverpool's front three in the sense of Liverpool has like you have your you have your two goal scorers and you have your Firmino. Mm. We don't have that. None of our front three are creative, which is why I'm stressing about how we need to have someone behind them that's creative, Ceballos or Ozil. So to answer your question, no, I don't think we bought for that personally.
Isn't it a bit mad? I don't know how it was the beef with Ozil, man. Surely, come on, man, he's still a good player. Like games like that, surely.
Listen,
I know the question.
He's going back on what he's saying because he's going back on what he's saying because he said before how Ozil's training well, so he's training well, but he's not in the squad. Clearly, he's not training well. If he's training well, we'd be in the squad.
Not even in the squad. That's a bit mad.
You know what I'm saying, but you don't like it. They've got differences or whatever. So yeah.
Do you think they need to drop Pepe for a game? Huh? Do you think they need to drop Pepe?
To be fair, you cussing Pepe, but he actually played well.
I'm not cussing him. I'm just saying in the sense that it feels like. Well, you tell me if I'm wrong. It feels like he hasn't really had a comfortable patch. I'm just saying maybe
he played well. He was our best player on Monday. You're cussing him because he hasn't scored a goal or assisted.
All I'm saying is, from his perspective,
all you're saying
it might help him.
Did you watch that game?
I did. I seen the highlight. I didn't watch the whole game. I seen the highlights.
Well, anyway, he was our best player, but you're cussing him because, in your eyes, you're cussing him because he missed a chance and he didn't. He hasn't scored. He didn't assist. But you're not going to cuss. You're not going to cuss Aubameyang. He hasn't scored. You're cussing him because his career, his time at us hasn't been so good. But he was our best player. That's what I'm saying. That's what people get confused. Like they come down on a player. Like I haven't cussed him today, but I personally feel like he's been poor for us. But in Monday's game, he was our best player.
Okay, but all I'm saying is, from my perspective, I feel if you did not sign him to be creative, then that was a bad signing. Because clearly, Aubameyang is your main guy, and he's the one who's going to get goals. I felt like if you're going to sign somebody, you should have signed somebody. Yes, somebody can get a goal, but like you said, you are already lacking.
But the thing is, we signed him from his form for Lille. Like in his form for Lille, he did create goals.
But do you reckon it was a need? It was because I don't know if you said this start of the season, but I don't know. I'm not an Arsenal man. I don't really know your club too well, but I didn't feel like he's the player that Arsenal needed. Like that money could have been invested somewhere else.
Obviously, yeah. Obviously,
you've got goals in you, innit? Yeah, I know. Like you said, it's more the.
I even said it. I said in the first episode that I would prefer a centre back or a DM. I said that before. But they just bought it. I don't know why they bought it. I don't know. I can't really answer the question. They just bought him anyway. Yeah. But I feel like it's because they wanted Zaha first, and then obviously we couldn't get Zaha, so they just jumped onto that. When really they should have been. But obviously they did. The thing is, they did buy us at the back, but we loaned back to Nice or wherever we come from. I can't remember. Senetian, I think it was. Williams to buy that. I can't remember his name. Senegal or something like that. We loaned him back to them. So we actually bought one, but again, he was in.
Is your manager going to be under pressure, like even because I know we've said this? Actually, you said that. Is he better? Has he changed anything since Wenger left? Except I think the club is stable. But at the same time, you haven't really achieved that much within 2 seasons now or something like that. Say a couple more runs, like would you say like would you be questioning like the manager and then because after January?
Well, I think it's the season because obviously if we don't get top 4, then obviously then I don't feel we should be manager. I'm not knee jerking saying that it should be sacked now.
Can you see signs?
What?
Because in my head, at the minute, I still feel like see what Evra was saying, something like I still see Arsenal as babies even now. That's a stigma that's hanging over your head for a long time now, isn't it?
Yeah, but Evra's gonna say she'll like that because that's the Arsenal that he knows of. And then, but the thing is, Evra's a bit. He's a bit. The thing is that I took from Evra's what he said was a bit senile. The reason why I say it's senile is because I don't feel as if he's going to talk about his own club like that. Because technically speaking, if we're babies, then shit, his club are infants. But he wouldn't say that. No. The reason why he wouldn't say that because they're his friends.
Protected.
He would say they're protected. He's not going to say that. So that's why I feel like he's more so would say that because that's what he's seen in his career. So in his career, Arsenal, yeah, cool, we were babies. We still are soft. But like I said, he's not going to say that about his own club. So that's why I find out.
Yeah, that's what even the likes of Neville. Remember when they called you man spineless back then? I've not had anything that harsh. When Neville was on the panel.
Right, have you not heard Keane? Have you heard not post goals? Neville has cussed out United. Yeah, he has cussed them out on Monday Night Football.
It's not really been as.
Don't talk about he hasn't gone in on the players. He has gone in on the players.
A few interviews that I've seen, it's been a bit more like a respect for him. Just
yeah, he might be respect. He might be respect for them, but he's gone on about it more times. Scores casually gets on the radio and cusses the whole team down. They do it. They do it.
So to sum it off, which is poor performance, and obviously, like I said, I don't want to judge the team fully until obviously we get our play. And that's another thing that I was going to say as well. Obviously, I know we didn't buy a fully fledged centre back, but we bought a left back, and we already had our best centre back who was injured from last season back now, and obviously
Holding or Chambers.
Holding, and obviously Bellerin, he's our first choice right back. So technically speaking, that's 3 defenders that should come back into the side. With my choice in, I'd put Torreira in. That's 4, and then obviously I'd put Sabaz or Ozil in. That's 5. That's 5 men I'd put in to change our team. But obviously, the manager still stuff these in his way. So to sum it up, poor performance, and we'll see what happens next week. We'll play against
Crystal Palace. Did you play Palace? Yeah. At home or away?
We're at home.
Do you man got?
No, it's away.
Oh, that could be a tricky spell. That's a banana skin.
Listen,
potential banana skin.
Yeah, man.
Jeez. Anyway, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Till none. Can't really say anybody's had a successful week. Arsenal were the ones who were hoping to come into this week stress free, but
surely it's been a success for you though. Because you got a draw at Liverpool, innit? Would you not agree? You're happy.
Happy with a draw.
Well,
in a game, let's just not stop.
Anyway, do you want to give any special mentions?
Yeah. No special mentions.
Obviously, special mention will be Sheffield. I don't think you're gonna want to say that, but fair play, man. Massive result.
Watford as well gets Tottenham though.
Yeah, VAR again. That fucking. Oh.
Do you want to discuss anything else?
Racism. That would be just a quick touch on it. Right. I think obviously 2019. Bit boring, but I think we've gone over time, so we'll be curious to speak about what should. I think the question more should be more about what's each man's opinion of whether they should walk out the pitch or I think that would be just another interesting conversation.
But anyway, until next week, please subscribe, follow the Instagram channel, subscribe to the YouTube to keep up with the latest videos and updates. But until next week, cool.
I was gonna put a gun for this nigga's bullet finger. I was like, nah, that's too rude. On camera, man.